I was a witness to the first year or so of the first Palestinian Intifada, and I witnessed, the behaviour of the Israeli military against the Palestinians. I was disgusted. I was a witness to the absolute endemic racism against the Palestinians. There was no turning back for me then.
Is Ireland a natural ally for Palestinians? In 1980, Ireland became the first European Union member to endorse the establishment of a Palestinian state. In 2014, both houses of the Irish Parliament unanimously passed a motion calling on the government to recognise the state of Palestine.
Palestine would always be a major issue at this conference, and obviously it's a major issue for me. And this year we'll be looking at the 75th anniversary of Nakba, and there's a panel that includes Loki, myself, some British-based speakers, Palestinians, talking about, what can we say after 75 years of ongoing Nakba? It's not, tragically, the Nakba is not a historical event. It's an ongoing reality for the Palestinians, and we see it every single day of the week, the continued ethnic cleansing, the continued theft of Palestinian land, obviously the most deadly year for Palestinians in recent years, the killing of children most horrifically. And we need to continue to ring the alarm bells and demand action, accountability, sanctions for what Israel is doing to the Palestinians. It's just shocking that this continues and that the world sits by and allows it to happen and allows Israel the impunity to commit these horrendous crimes against the Palestinian people.
As an Irish lawmaker yourself, you've been very vocal about the Palestinian issue. But interestingly enough, Ireland itself has a long history of pro-Palestinian stances. Ireland in the 60s was very concerned and very vocal about Palestinian refugees and the issues of the consequences of the Nakba and the following conflicts. But over time, there's also been a lot of kinship between governments of Ireland and Palestinian administrations. Why is that? What is it about this issue that feels strong for Ireland?
I think first of all, you're absolutely right. There is an almost instinctive sense of solidarity between the people of Ireland and the Palestinians, as there was with the black population of South Africa when they were fighting apartheid. And there was always that very, very strong consciousness of the parallels in all of those struggles, that we were the victims of empire and colonialism, and that a key part of the strategy of empire and colonialism was a form of apartheid. In Ireland, it was called the penal laws, which were a set of laws that were systematically racist, designed to sort of create a hierarchy where the colonial settlers had different laws that applied to them, to the indigenous Catholic population. And that was all part of a divide and rule strategy and a strategy of subjugation, where they tried to wipe out the language, and sadly to a significant extent, not fully, but did succeed, to erase Irish culture, and of course, ongoing brutal subjugation of Irish resistance, which never stopped. And those parallels are very, very strong. And I think, a point I make regularly is that, in fact, some of the key architects of the British colonial operation in Ireland were also some of the key architects of the Zionist project and what was done to the Palestinians. And many of the personnel that were actually leading commanders and officers and the politicians above them who were involved in trying to subdue the Irish Revolution, particularly in the kind of 1918 to 1921 period, were sent after that there was finally a settlement with Britain, were sent direct to Palestine. Many of the actual same officers, and they pursued precisely the same policies. And it's brilliantly, shockingly in a way, summed up by Ronald Storrs, the first British Governor General of Jerusalem in 1936, when asked about their support for the Zionist project. And he said, our aim is to create a loyal little Jewish Ulster in the Middle East to guard against a potentially hostile sea of Arabism. So Ulster, of course, is a province in the north, most associated with colonial settlement of Ireland and the divide and rule tactic between Catholic and Protestant.